Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Now.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 9 now. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on.
Hey, Charlie.
54.
Here's 2nd and 8. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go.
Hey, world.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And this one is right down the middle. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
13 yards there and a Niner first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check me out.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go again.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
50, plant. You draw quarter.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's our time. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Complete to Michael Thomas. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Saints.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
5. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the out. Hey, one set.
Looking to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14.
Ready. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54.
61. Matchbox lights.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Get ready.
General West.
Watch out.
2nd and 5. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
It's just me and you.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's caught by Coleman. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I know he ain't got it.
They're going to look to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and 11. That's complete to Darboh. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw. It's caught. Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Luck's good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
49ers 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, a former 49er, Ted Ginn Jr. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, first and 10.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, Delta.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, Zoo.
I got you, boy. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm going to run you over. Right there. 54. Right there.
Hey, exit.
Watch the curl. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Fight. Yes.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's got that one complete to Darbo. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Hey, team 6.
56. Check 56. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Mike 56. Mike 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, Foxtrot.
6, right there, 56. Man, I got you.
Get it. 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really different.
And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At their 49-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the counter, here's Kamara. Well, he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Hey, high 7.
Nice, sweetheart.
Ready?
Now back to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Coleman now. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And some room to run now. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
12, fellas. Here we go. 1, Omaha.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. On the sneak is Garoppolo. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off, the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are back within a single score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll set up a throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Open man is Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Hey, Haywood!
Garoppolo on first down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's got Smith here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jump and take 3. 218, jump. Check 99.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go. 54. Mike, 54.
He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was just thinking take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He's